thing is, I'm trying to lose weight, mate. And if I get into that, it's me just
don't
like
get to the gym. Get to the gym and fucking work out.
I go to the gym. Like I literally, I've been off now. I've been going to the gym about 3-4 times a week.
Congrats. That's
you know,
amazing.
I have certain days off. Like I'm motivated to go to the gym. After I've done about 3-4 days, I can easily just sit here and just do whatever. But yeah, like, so I do that, but I also struggle with weight. I'm always constantly trying to like lose weight because I'm putting on weight, which usually when I'm traveling, like I said, in the airports, Burger King, and you're starving, I might get 2 burgers. Then you get to the next airport and then you eat another one. It's just like, so.
Do you have a trainer?
I did do, but it did my head in because I couldn't be asked to socialize. I just wanted to just go in there and do my thing. And he was a sound guy, but like he was making me do stuff that I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I just wanted to push. I like doing weights, like free weights and stuff. That's what I do when I go. But I have been thinking about getting a personal trainer again.
I've got an idea for you.
Go on.
And I don't know if you'll have to tell me if it's like your vibe or not. But
go on.
Quite a lot of my friends at the gym, they have online trainers.
Right.
So you pay like a subscription to an online trainer. They give you an app. In that app, they tell you what you have to do. You mark what you've done and everything like that. They tell you your nutrition, what you should and shouldn't be eating. They do like weekly calls with you, but you don't ever see them. Like it's just an online thing. So you like kind of are monitoring it yourself, but you don't have to do that social thing. And you tell them what you like and what you don't like to do. And it's also cheaper.
To be fair, I would actually like that because then it's just the thing is for me, like I said to you before, I'm a socially anxious person, not in a bad way. I can socialize and obviously I'm around thousands of people every week playing and stuff. So, you know, I can handle it. But I think because I'm burnt out of being in clubs and around people. Now I really like my own time. Like, I love being home. When I come home, it's like a holiday. I just can't wait to be home. So when I had the personal trainer, it was like, back then, also, I wasn't as into the gym as I am now. Now I actually love going and I've got my routine. I know what works. I really push myself. I push myself to the point where I can't even lift anymore. Whereas back then, I probably was like going, I can't be asked. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I had this guy and he's really sound, but like I just would turn up and you end up talking a lot. And I was like, really, I can't be asked. So this online thing might actually be there.
Mate, I think give it a bash. Like I'll happily put you in touch with some people that I know that do it.
Let's do it after this, mate. Send me what you've got.
It is a bit of a game changer, and I think and I agree with that. It's like sometimes you just want to get in and you don't want to have a conversation with people, and you just want to. What do you think that is? Because I know like when you first start touring, right? It's all exciting and it's great and it's the best. We have the best job in the end of the world. I don't care what anyone says. We have the best job. But there does come a point when there's a turning point in your career where it's like, I don't want to do as much. I want some time alone. What do you think that is? What has that process been for you?
So, like for me, like you said, when I first started out, I was different. I was very different when I first started out. Like I had so much confidence. I was full of confidence.
Yeah.
And I loved being around people. I would love to socialize. I was always very sociable. As I've got older, like I think with me, I just kind of started to struggle with the lifestyle. I personally struggle with being a DJ. I love it. Like you say, it's the best job you could ever have. Like we have the most amazing experiences. We meet so many amazing people. Like so grateful for every single thing that I've had in this life. It's taught me loads. I've grown up loads. Like I've definitely grown up as like a man, as a person over the last few years. And this life's given me all that because I've had a lot of lessons to learn, and I've had a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, and I'm still going through that all the time. It never seems to give up with me. It's just constant. Even though I'm like, life's great, I'm always feeling like I'm faced with all these different obstacles and challenges and personal development and all this stuff, which is also a really good thing, but it can be difficult when you're also exhausted and tired. And I think I just burnt myself out. I think I just partied too much. I used to take too many drugs. I used to just enjoy all that too hard to the point where I really started to feel myself struggle in it. And I've always been a sensitive person. I'm very sensitive to energies and environments and people, and just I've always been like that. Like I'm a spiritual person anyway, so I feel very in touch with energies and things like this. And when I'm in them environments, I find it quite intense, especially around certain people. And I think just coming home, I think from being away so much, I don't know about you, but I always crave coming home and just be like, I can't wait to get home. And then you get home and you might only have 2 days and you're so happy to be home, but then suddenly you're back at it again and you're like, oh God, then you go away for another 3 or 4 days or 2 days or a week, or however long it is. You come home, you might have another just 2 days.
Yeah.
And eventually over time, I just started to really struggle. And like now, for me, when I come home, do you know what? COVID actually sort of really made me go, hang on a minute. I just want COVID to be a thing forever because this is great. I was just at home and I felt like all this stress that I'd had from traveling and all the exhaustion sort of went away. And suddenly my mind opened up to all these different ideas and projects I wanted to create. I felt way more creative. I felt like I wanted to focus on things more. And I started my record label. I started my YouTube channel where I'm a geek. I do gaming and film reviews. My YouTube channel. It's a geeky thing, but I had the time in my brain to feel like I could focus on this stuff. And I don't know. I think I've just got to a point now where I just really enjoy. I mean, I just really enjoy my own company.
Yeah.
I never get lonely. I love being on my own. I'm very close with my friends. So I'm always like on the phone with my friends or playing games with my friends or something, but I just love being alone. And I think it's just, I think we've just had an intense lifestyle for so long that now as I've got a bit older, like I just feel the most comfortable when I'm just like this. But like I said, I've just had a bit of time off. And now on Friday, tomorrow, I'll go play music on Destino in Ibiza for the closing. And I can't wait because I've had a bit of time off. Do you know what I mean? I'm like really looking forward to it. I've got new music. I've been away for like last couple of weeks. Can't wait to see everyone. So do you know what, mate? Like it might be like sometimes I just need a bit of a break because now I actually want to be around people. I can't wait to socialize. Yeah. I think it's just I feel so tired.
Do you think it's just more of the whole balance thing, right? And that's what it feels like. I think it's
balance, to be honest, mate. Yeah.
And balance is different to everybody, right? It's like we all have different things that we all have different needs and we all have different wants. And from what I'm hearing from you, it's like more so, okay, like, well, we're touring 52 weeks of the year. Well, let's skip that down to 42 weeks of the year and have 10 weeks off throughout the year. And
massive 100%.
And realistically, like, it's 10 weeks worth of not earning money, but that 10 weeks worth of not earning money, you're probably going to be way more productive, which will then, in the long term, in business sense, earn more money for you. But also, your mental health is way better.
Yeah, mate. Like your health. Yeah, I mean, like we've been saying, like I've realized now how much the health is so important. Obviously, health means everything. It's more than everything, you know. So, like last year, I took a month off. I've never done this before, and I plan to do this every year now. And it's exactly what you just said. I took 4 weeks off, and I flew me and my best friend to Lake Tahoe in America. Do you know Lake Tahoe?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You been before?
Yeah, I've been a bunch. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, I love nature. I never get to be in nature because I live in the central of London. There's no nature near me. I miss nature. I want to be around nature, and I just don't have it. I mean, there is parks and shit, but you have to walk ages.
It's not the same.
I can't be asked to walk to a park.
It's not the same as well.
It's not the same. It's just like shitty parks. It's not even nice grass. And there's like, So I went to Lake Tahoe, took 4 weeks off, rented out the sick place. And me and my friend, we went there and we just did whatever we wanted to do. We were hiking, we went skiing. We had bears fighting on our garden and stuff like that at night. Yeah, 2 black bears. And we would see them walking about because they're just, bears are all over in Lake Tahoe. You don't see them all the time, but you do come across them. But, mate, like after that 4 weeks, I totally felt like that was the best thing I've ever done for myself. Yeah. And then I went back to work and I was just like, I actually was ready for it. I felt excited and I made loads of new music. And it felt like I'd given myself that time to sort of relax, sort of decompress, I went there, just was sober for a whole month, didn't drink. I mean, we had drinks here and there, but it was nothing really. I felt just so good for it. Came back and I was just ready to go again. And I was like, I need to do that all the time. The thing is, I've just had a few weeks off and I would have spent this time doing music, but I haven't listened to music because of my ears. So I haven't been that productive now. But I definitely think it's important for us DJs to have time off. A lot of DJs take January off.
Yeah. I've over the years I've really struggled taking time off. I've never enjoyed it, but this year more so, especially like the second half of the year, I've kind of like just decided to take a bit of time off. And I got to the point where a couple of weeks ago I was off, and I was texting my manager Ryan, and I was like, "Dude, I don't want to I don't want to fucking tour this weekend, because I'm just like, I'm actually really enjoying like spending time with family and spending time with friends. And it makes, I don't want people to think we sound ungrateful for what we have, because it's not that at all.
Not that at all.
It's like we have the best job, but I think for us to be our best, for us to turn up on the day and be the best possible version of who we are as DJs, as producers, we need that mental break. And I think what you said, like you've just had like a few weeks off with no music. There's something fucking amazing about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've just spent the last 6 months learning how to code and make games.
Wow.
So I'm actually making games at the minute on Unreal Engine. So
that's sick.
Yeah, I've made like 4 games. Well, I say made. I've made like levels. It's not a complete game. My plan is to like finish one of them within 4 years.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's a game developer at like a really big games company. He's working on it with me now as well. So I've just been doing that, man. And like, yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to make music. I've got projects I need to finish, remixes. I've got my own projects, some collabs, collaborations. But obviously, because my ears have just been knackered, I've just sort of given myself a break. So, yeah, and for me, it is important to have time off, and it is important to sort of take care of yourself. And like you said, it's not because we're not grateful. We're so grateful. Like I think all DJs are really grateful for the life that we have. There's no way you couldn't be, because of the amount of experiences that we get to have and share with all these different people, like the amount of people that we meet, new people, and they're just, you know what, like I've noticed a lot more recently in my career. Now I'm like partying less, and I go to my gigs and I try and like be a little bit more balanced and stuff. I actually take in a lot of people's emotions and energy more. Like I pay attention to the crowd a lot more, and just being stood there and seeing how people are happy and how they're all dancing. It's because of you. It's you're giving them this experience for the night or however many hours. And like just seeing their emotions and how happy they are, like that actually has started to give me like something that I never used to get. I used to be like, playing, thinking about me and my music, and probably taking drugs and drinking too much. But now, like, since I've been sort of trying to be a bit more relaxed and balanced, and you're not just going crazy and just controlling myself, I'm now starting to enjoy other things that I didn't even realize were there now. So there's so many amazing moments, and just seeing how people enjoy it. It's like, we're so grateful, but at the same time, there's definitely a level of intensity that just gets to you, and you just need some time off.